I had been sabotaging my life for the past 6 or 7 years, and I hadn't even realized that I was doing it. Sometimes when you're stuck in this cycle and you're just so blind to your habits and your mentality and the things that you tell yourself and you make yourself believe about yourself, it's just really easy to stay in that cycle and keep it going. Hey YouTube family, what's up? My name is Mila. Welcome back to another video on the channel. If this is your guys' first time here, today is going to be a spicy one. So I just want to preface this by saying that all of my OGs know that we don't sugarcoat stuff. We say it how it is, and I never share something with you guys that I haven't personally gone through, that I haven't overcome, that I'm not currently going through, that I haven't done my research on. So, don't take anything too personally. Everything that I share on my channel is strictly and solely to help you guys elevate yourselves, to help you guys grow, to help you guys get a different perspective in life. So with that being said, let's go to point number 1. When it comes to self-sabotage, the first thing you guys need to realize is specifically that. You need to realize that you are doing it. It's so easy to blame it on you don't have the resources, you're not smart enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not this, you're not that. If you had this, if I had that, if I had been raised here, so on, so on, so on. We tell ourselves these stories, these excuses basically to validate why not to do, why not to believe, why not to go after XYZ. So the first step, take notes guys, is going to be for you to realize that you are in fact sabotaging yourself in one way or another. That moment for me happened when I realized that certain things would come up, like certain experiences, events, situations would come up, right? Maybe somebody would invite me to something, or my husband, for example, would be like, why don't you try this, XYZ, whatever. And automatically, without even me saying it out loud, I would be like, that could never be me. I'm not that girl. I don't see myself doing that. But deep down, I knew that I wanted to be doing these things. So I came to the conclusion, like it kind of hit me like a bucket of cold water, basically. I was like, I do want to be doing these things, but I don't feel worthy enough to be doing them. So because I don't feel worthy, I make up these excuses as to why I can't be that girl. Why can't I post my content? Why can't I be the girl that works out and feels good about herself and, shares her love for content creating online? Like, why do I have to hide all of these areas of me and keep them kind of over here when I want to be this person? I believe I can be this person. I believe I can help other people. So you have to realize that you're doing it, and you need to realize the story that you keep telling yourself as to why you can't do the things you want to do. Point number 2, you guys, that I want to make is probably the biggest and most important one after realizing that you do have an issue or a mindset of self-sabotage, is that you need to realize that only you have the power to change your circumstances. Only you have that ability. I think a lot of times I've noticed throughout the years that I was sabotaging my life, opportunities, finances, relationships, friendships, the family relationships, just so many things that I've kept myself basically from doing, from going after, that it's kind of like you want somebody to come and get you out of that little box. And we use it as an excuse. It's like, okay, well, I'm lonely, I have no friends, it's because nobody likes me. I'm giving like a really basic example, right? Nobody likes me at work, I'm the weird one, whatever. And it's like, maybe if somebody were to invite me out, then I would go. Then I would definitely do it. If somebody noticed this thing about me, XYZ, okay, then I would change, then it's like you want it to be validated somehow. And let me tell you, maybe that can happen, but most of the time you're still going to find a way again to sabotage it. And you're going to be like, no, it's too good to be true. I should just stay home. I shouldn't put myself out there. I shouldn't try. I should just stick to what I know. It becomes embedded in you. So you have to realize that you are powerful, you are enough, you have the capability, the knowledge, the intelligence, the everything, the self-love, guys, above everything, to be able to change this and to be able to just see yourself in a different light, that you're not this person and that you are worth so much more. And I just want to pause really quick and say, I'm sorry, guys. I got my nails done. Well, I did my nails. For you guys that don't know, I do my nails. Anyways, I hadn't done my nails in a while, but Valentine's Day is coming up. Quick pause, guys. I'm sorry. And it's my favorite holiday like to do my nails. So I got like V-Day nails, and I'm sorry about the click clack. Maybe I should do like an ASMR type thing with my nails. Okay, we got off track. Point number 3, you guys. Point number 3 is my favorite one when I was coming up with the different things I wanted to share with you guys in this vlog. It's called the system. I have coined it the system. Everyone that participates in self-sabotage has a system in place, whether you know it or not. My system is fear of failure and perfectionism that then leads me to procrastination. I know it seems like a lot, so I'm going to break it down for you guys. The fear of failure, because when I was a kid, failure was seen as such a big no-no. I don't know how else to put it. It's a huge mistake. Like, I was held to such a level of perfectionism as a kid. Like, I couldn't drop something. I couldn't get a stain on my shirt. I couldn't get dirty. I couldn't, not get an A+++. That I started to fear failing, basically, because you get scared of messing up, because then what happens? Are you a failure? Like, I was made to feel like I was a failure if I messed up once. There was no like redo or you can try again or like it happens. There was none of that in my childhood. I don't know about you guys. So I developed a fear of failure, and fear of failure is like, I think one of the worst things, you guys, again, just speaking from a personal perspective, because it keeps you from trying so many things. Like, how many things do you try one time, the first time, and you're automatically good at it? Very few people. Like, you have to try, you have to master it, and then mess up, and then eventually maybe you'll do good. I mean, just take sports, for example, right? Anything you can really take in life, school, grades, relationships, marriage, so many things that you just have to try. So anyways, I had fear of failure and perfectionism. So perfectionism, the way that you start to sabotage yourself with that, if you guys are a little bit like me, is that if things are not perfect, you're not going to start. If I don't have XYZ in place, I'm not going to do it. If I woke up and someone was rude to me today, that's it. The rest of my day is ruined. I said I was going to do this, but because this incident happened, it's all ruined. And that is very unhealthy. And those are things that have to be worked on individually, but it all falls down to creating this habit of self-sabotage if you don't have these things in place. And lastly, procrastination. So I even procrastinated with this video, you guys. I'm just going to be flat out honest. Like, I've been having all these things I want to talk to you guys about. My channel is growing. Thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like and leave me a comment. I love you guys. Thank you so much. But I procrastinated. And it's like, we know we have the ability to do it. We know we have all of the things. We know that it starts with ourselves, and we don't do it. And you put it off and you put it off, and then you make yourself feel bad about not doing it, and it just never ends. It's basically like a little cycle. It never ends. So you guys have to figure out what system you have in place right now when it comes to your self-sabotage. Because trust me, there is a system, you guys. You definitely have a system in place. You just have to figure out what it is. It might not be any of those 3 for you, but you have one. And the sooner you realize what it is that you're doing, then the sooner you can realize it in the moment. Because, for example, my husband can come to me. I'm just going to use myself, my daily life as an example. And he's like, you said you were going to do your video today. I, got the studio ready and all these things. What's going on? And you automatically, it's like, well, what if my video flops? What if that's the fear of failure. And then I'm like, but I got a pimple today. That's the perfectionism. I can't be seen with a pimple. I mean, God forbid, right? And then the procrastination, maybe I was supposed to do this video a week ago. I don't know. So that's kind of how the system plays, and you have to realize it in the moment, guys. You have to be very self-aware. You have to start really learning yourself and the little tricks that your mind plays on you. For our next point, guys, I know that this might be a lot to take in if you've made it this far in the video. I know that it's easier said than done, and all of this can sound really pretty. I mean, you clicked on this video for a reason, so you might as well see it all the way through, and you might as well see this all the way through because, like I said, I spent about the last 6-7 years, guys. Can you really put that into perspective? Like, think right now, like 6-7 years ago, the person you are now, constantly, day after day, with this limiting belief about myself that I wasn't enough, that I couldn't do this, that I couldn't show up as this person. It's a really long time to have gone through that. So I want to save you guys all of that time. Trust me, if there's anything I could do in my videos is save you guys from all of this. And I know I can't save everyone, but if I can just make you pause for a minute in your day and make you see like it's not worth it. There's other options. There's help out there. You don't have to do it this way. So for the next point, guys, I need you guys to do a little bit of homework. I rarely give homework in my videos, but honestly, guys, when the exam comes, you're ready because you did the homework. The homework is going to be for you guys to pick one small habit a day that you guys are going to work on. And it has to be something that challenges you. It has to be something that you have been sabotaging, whether that's a relationship, your career, your fitness, your health, your aspirations, a dream. It can be really small. It can be, that you said you were going to do this, but we're already basically into February and you haven't done it yet. It has to be something realistic. Don't pick something easy. It has to cost you a little bit. And you got to work on it daily. And whenever it comes up that you just want to stop and basically forget about it and say, yeah, no, I am not cut out for this. I'm not worthy enough. I'm not enough. I'm not there yet. I'm not ready. All of these like self-limiting beliefs, guys, that I understand now what people mean when they say that. That you are going to pause and you're going to go for it. Like you're just going to remember when you're kids and it was your turn to do the big splash in the water, the cannonball? I forgot. You're going to jump and you're going to make the biggest splash ever. And you're not going to care who sees it, who judges you, what people think. You're going to do it. And little by little, I wish that I could give you this big extended list. This might be a 2-part video, maybe depending if you guys want me to do like a follow-up. You need to start with one thing. I'm not going to give you guys a whole bunch of things, but it starts there. And with the other things that we talked about, recognizing your system, realizing you're doing it, why you're doing it, where it comes from. Maybe it's people around you that kind of have you like, it's just too much. So you start to believe these things about yourself. But honestly, that is my biggest advice for you guys today. I feel like today in society, we see a lot of people online. You go anywhere and you probably see somebody with their phone, with a tripod, with their camera. They can be doing so many different things on social media. And we look at them, because even I'm guilty of this and I basically do this. And I look at them and I'm like, man, it must be so easy for them. And that's basically where we're at right now. You look at somebody who's doing the things you want to be doing, who has the mentality, the mindset, the lifestyle, all these things. And it's not about wanting what they have, right? Like, go get your own. But you look at them and you're like, wow, that must have been really easy. Like, of course, they had it lined up or this and that. And that's not the case. Like, going back to my example of people that are online, it's not easy. And maybe for some it is, but for me it hasn't been, and it doesn't get easier. I'm telling you guys that right now. It's something that I have to work at daily. And this mentality of self-sabotage is something that I had to work at daily for a long time because I didn't have the right tools. And for a long time, when you really believe like you're not enough, it makes it even harder for you to get out of that little box. So don't forget about your guys' homework. To sum everything up for you guys in this video, I hope that you guys took some good notes. I hope that you guys can see yourself in me and that there's some things that you definitely can take away and start implementing and just start seeing yourself as the person that I believe that you can be and that I know that you believe that you guys can be. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to another video. Don't forget to hit like and leave me a comment below. I want to know what self-limiting beliefs you guys have overcome, what you guys are going through right now, if this video helped you guys, if you guys are on the other end basically and you were at some point sabotaging something in your life, but you've been able to come out of it. Leave those comments below because whoever comes across this video, guys, and they see your comments and maybe, they don't relate to me, but they can relate to your story, it makes a ton of difference, guys. I love the comment section on all videos. So thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, I love you and I will see you in the next one.